All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our MLB video here today for Sunday, April 25th. My name is Brock Page and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. Now, we've won 2 out of our last 3 board member tier package picks on my Patreon website. We're also 5-3 in our last 8 board member tier package picks in that very same category. We currently have over 1,405 members. We're signed up and active on that page. And if you want to see which one of these YouTube picks I'm actually betting on personally, the link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and try to spit it out there, Brock. Let's go ahead and start with some of our later games. We're going to start with the Phillies taking on the Rockies, 3:10 p.m. Eastern start time. Colorado's -120, totals 11.5. And if you like the Fightins in an upset on the road here, they're plus $1 on the money line. Chase Anderson's on the bump here for the Phillies. John Gray for Colorado. Now Gray's 2-1 with a 2.42 ERA and 21 strikeouts. He's also got a 1.12 whip through nearly 23 innings of work. Colorado's won 3 out of their last 4 ball games. They're in the top 10 in the league in home scoring. Ryan McMahon leads the majors with 7 homers. He's also batted in 13, and he scored 13 times as well. Meanwhile, Dom Nunez hit 4 homers and has an OPS of .852. The Rockies are playing 500 baseball at Coors Field, and they've gone 9-5 against the run lines in those 14 home games. We're taking on a Phillies squad who's won just 2 of 8 road games. The Phillies are in the bottom 10 in the league in road scoring, and they're averaging nearly double-digit strikeouts per contest. Pitcher Chase Anderson also comes into today's start with an 0-2 record and a 4.15 ERA. Now, total-wise, Colorado's 8-6 to the under at Coors Field, 13-7 to the under for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward the Colorado Rockies -120 and the under 11.5. Next game, Marlins Giants, 4:05 Eastern Standard Time. San Francisco's -160, totals 8.5. Logan Webb for the Giants, Paul Campbell expected, but not confirmed yet for the Marlins. Now, the Marlins are one of the best run line covering teams on the road. They've gone 7-2 against the number in their 9 road games. They've averaged nearly 5 runs a game when traveling, and they're led by Jazz Chisholm, who's batting .293 with 4 homers and a .978 OPS. Chisholm's stolen 4 bases, and he also has 34 total bases on the season. Jesus Aguilar also is batting .281 with a pair of homers and 15 ribbies. They're taking on a Giants club who lost 2 out of their last 4. And they really struggle to put runners across the plate. They're currently in the bottom 3 in home hits, bottom 5 in scoring. And as a matter of fact, the Giants are averaging only 3.4 runs per contest at Oracle Park. Now, total-wise, the Giants are 7-2 to the under at home, 14-7 to the under overall for the season. Meanwhile, the Marlins are 5-4 to the under when they travel, 60% to the under for the entire year. I'm going to lean toward the Miami Marlins +1.5 and the under 8.5 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be Diamondbacks Braves, and this is game 2 of the doubleheader. That's going to be around a 4:50 Eastern first pitch. The Atlanta Braves are -$1.90 in game 2, total 6.5. Drew Smyly for the Braves, Madison Bumgarner for the Diamondbacks. And despite a lackluster start to the season for Mad Bum, he's already got himself 20 strikeouts in just over 18 innings of work, so he still does have some good stuff. Arizona's been real good on the run line this season as well. They're 10-5 against the number in their 15 road games, 13-7 against the run line overall for the season. Arizona's in the top 3 in scoring on average per contest, and they currently lead the majors in offensive walks at the plate. Carson Kelly's hit 5 home runs for Arizona, .341 batting average, and a 1.273 OPS. Kelly's got a dozen RBI, and he's been walked 13 times already. Meanwhile, Eduardo Escobar slammed 6 homers on the season himself, a dozen ribbies, and 39 total bases for the infielder. Arizona's in the top 10 in the majors in hits on average per contest. They're taking on a Braves club who's playing just 500 baseball at Truist Park, and they find themselves one game under 500 for the entire season. The Braves pitching staff has been really kind of giving themselves problems. They're in the bottom 3 in runs allowed at home, bottom 10 in hits allowed at home as well. Drew Smyly comes into today's start with a 5.73 ERA, and he's yet to get his first win of the season. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 1.5 and the over 6.5 runs. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Padres versus the Dodgers, 7:08 Eastern start time. The LA Dodgers are minus $1.20, number 7. Dustin May for the Dodgers, Joe Musgrove for San Diego. Now, Musgrove comes into today's start with a 1.04 ERA and a .54 whip. He's also struck out 37 batters already in just 26 innings of work. The Pods have taken 2 of 3 already from Los Angeles in this 4-game series, and they've really played well on the road. The Padres have gone 7-3 straight up in their 10 road games. They successfully cashed in on the run line in 80% of those road contests. The San Diego pitching staff leads the majors in strikeouts, and they give up just 3 runs a game away from home. They're taking on a Dodger club who lost 4 out of their last 6, and they scored just 2.3 runs per contest on average during that stretch. Taylor is questionable, Bellinger's still out. This LA pitching staff is also allowing nearly 9 hits per contest at Dodger Stadium. Now, total-wise, LA's 13-8 to the under for the season. San Diego's 60% to the under when they travel themselves. The Pods are also seeing 15 out of 23 games for the entire season stay under the line as well. I'm going to lean toward the San Diego Padres plus $1 and the under 7 runs. With that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap, powered to you by my Patreon website. I like Colorado minus $1.20, under 11.5. Miami Marlins plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Arizona plus 1.5, over 6.5 in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we've won 2 out of our last 3 board member tier package picks on my Patreon website. We're also 5-3 in our last 8 board member tier package picks in that very same category. I'm going to lean toward the San Diego Padres plus $1 and the under 7 runs. With that, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my Patreon website. If you guys decide to get a membership here today on Patreon, just keep in mind we're going to bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a package today, you're going to get access to the content you paid for through the end of April. And then Patreon's going to bill you again on the 1st if you are opted in. But anyway, guys, most importantly, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.